Ah, the dreaded chicken and the egg scenario. Which came first? You want to shoot a concert or show, but you can't get work in music if you don't have a portfolio. So then how do you build a portfolio if you can't get work in the first place? I'm going to be helping you with exactly that by giving you 3 things that you need in order to get started, and then 3 of the easiest ways that you can build a portfolio without any experience. The first thing that you'll need is obviously a camera, and contrary to what you might guess, I'd highly recommend using your phone. Phone cameras these days are more than sufficient, and if I'm being honest, you'll need to spend at least $1,500 or more on a camera that would give you better images than your phone could. There's a quote you've probably heard by Chase Jarvis: "The best camera is the one that's with you." When I started out, this was exactly how I got my first gig. I was at this bar when a local artist was playing, and I decided to shoot a few clips on my iPhone 6S. I went back to my college dorm, cut together the edit, and sent it to them the next day. The artist loved it and asked if I could come back the next time they played. As I mentioned in my little story, the second thing that you'll need is some sort of editing software. For video, it could be programs like iMovie and Windows Movie Maker, or apps like CapCut and InShot. For photo, programs like Lightroom and Adobe Express are amazing options. If you're willing to spend a little bit of money, the Adobe Suite offers some great options for all mediums, and they offer discounts for students. So if you are a student, check to see if you have access to any resources that your school already pays for. The third thing that you'll need before you can make money shooting shows and concerts and any other type of event is a platform from which you can copy and paste links to your work. This could be Instagram, Dropbox, Google Drive, a website, and even unlisted YouTube videos. You just need to make sure that when you reach out to someone through email or DM, that you can provide a link to your work. Oftentimes, potential clients will say something like, "Send me an example of your work," or "Send me a link to your best work." If you're unsure of how to reach out or what to say to someone that you'd like to work with, I have a template for emails and DMs in the description below. It's now time to dive into the 3 ways that you can build a portfolio without having any experience. The first way is by editing footage from online or from a friend. This is the easiest way to create work that will get you hired because you don't have to leave your house. You can just download stock footage or different clips from the internet and begin editing. Simple as that. Just make sure that you're fully transparent with your friend about your intentions, and always credit them and make it clear to the potential client that you did the editing and not the shooting. The best part about this first option is you can edit something, send it to someone who might be interested, and get hired literally today, which is pretty cool. The second way to get work without experience is to shoot spec work, where your abilities can be extrapolated. Spec work is short for speculative work, meaning work done on speculation or without pay. This is a common practice in the commercial space if a videographer or photographer wants to get hired for work that they haven't done before, or if they want to prove a concept to a client before getting paid. This is something that you can do as well. All you have to do is come up with an idea for a video and then go out and shoot it. We all have our own unique perspective of the world, so get creative and add your own flair during the shooting and editing processes. Adding those personal elements helps your work stand out when sending to potential clients. If you choose to go this route, then you'd type a message using the template I provided and then add a short section like this. I have yet to shoot an event specifically like this, but here's an example that represents the style and energy of my work that I could do for you. The third way that you can get paid to shoot a show is by tapping in with local artists and venues. A great example was the story of my first gig that I mentioned in the beginning of this video. Essentially, the goal is to build relationships with the people that are organizing these events. You can build relationships over the internet or by going to these physical places and meeting people face to face. Personally, in the beginning, I was terrified of approaching people face to face, but it's by far the most effective way to show off your personality and skills. Once that first door opens, many more will follow. Word of mouth is insanely powerful. When approaching an artist or venue on the internet or in person, try to bring value that solves a problem that the artist or venue has. An example would be getting more people through the door with marketing or promo content. Another way to get your foot in the door with someone is to offer to work for free. I know that this video is all about getting paid to shoot, but shooting for free makes it very easy for a client to say yes. Clients are always taking a risk when they hire someone new, so if you can help reduce that risk that the client feels, then you have a better chance of getting hired. And from here, the possibilities are endless. Never in a million years would I have guessed that that little iPhone video that I took back in 2016 would have led to me shooting a massive music festival halfway around the world in Saudi Arabia. How crazy is that? When you go down this path, your life can change in ways you never imagined. But ultimately, it's up to you to take action. If you're passionate about it and you stick with it, you will be successful, I promise. If you found any amount of value in this, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to pass Nikon as subscribers because, well, potatoes. If you have any questions, comments, or topics that you'd like me to cover, please leave them below. Wrk To Create, Wrk To Inspire, and I hope to see you in the next one.